Hello, hello, wonderful beings, and very welcome to the Being Connected podcast. I am your host, Annamiah, and today I dive straight into the word I got for today's download. And the word I got was energy. And this is a very big topic, and I think that just for me to just divide energy into some sections. That is what I do with everything I do in life. I can take very complex things and then make it a little more black and white-ish so it's easier to understand. But we can have energy in the body. We can feel overwhelmed. We can feel drained. It can be hard to do exercises. And that's the kind of human being body energy. Then we also have the energy among people. You probably know that when you step into a room and you can tell that there's something off here, what's off? And maybe you cannot quite put your finger on it, but you can for sure tell that the energy in the room is different. Then it comes to how the energy that you hold or other people hold in the world, how it affects your surroundings. Because I do horse training, right? And when you work with horses, I have a few horses, and when I work with them, they know me. I bred them myself. They grew up here in my household in the Danish countryside. And they know me and my energy, and I know them and the energy that they have for the day, which can also be different. But what is interesting to see is when you then I have a horse for sale, and I do showings on the horse for potential clients. And to see strangers coming in here and be with this horse, it's a whole different game. So the energy you hold in your own body, you can be nervous, you can be excited, you can feel overwhelmed, you can also feel, am I good enough? There are many things in the energy you can tell. When you work with animals, not particularly horses, it can also be dogs and other animals, they will mirror to you what's in your energy. And if the animal is a young soul, they might not understand what is going on. Why is this energy so weird if you are nervous, for instance? So it's very interesting to see how energy is different. So you can hold an energy space like I hold when I work alone with my horses. There's one type of energy. And when somebody else comes, it will change. If you bring in your low self-esteem, your nervousness, maybe you're scared, and you bring that into this space, the horse will show you there's something off. Also, I can tell from being an energy reader that I can tell what's in the body. I also feel it physically. I can get a lump in my throat thinking, what is this? I can also feel nervous. And I know that's not mine because I'm in my own country farm and with my own horse. So when people come in with that, that can be another type of energy. Also, I think if you are a grandparent, you will for sure know that your grandkids act differently when their parents are there or if they are not there. So the comparison when we speak about energy in a room and how it affects how certain people will affect the energy in a room and how you affect the energy in a room. So this is something that when you already feel into the intuition, what's wrong in this room? What is people meeting me with? And so be aware of your intention that goes with your energy. And mind you, Not every person you meet in this world will have the insight to know they don't have positive intention. They are just being moody. I had a blacksmith once, and he was so moody. When he came into my stable in the morning, he could be in a fantastic mood, but often he would be mad, having a bad morning, stuff like that. And I had to break that off because I don't allow negativity in my energy, in my stable, in my life, in my surroundings, in my relationships. So if you meet people who are just blowing out their bad energy because it feels like that to them, be aware. Because if you surround yourself with people who do not have the insight, because it's okay to have a bad day. Everybody has. I have bad days. But to be aware that you don't take it out on other people, because you can meet them and say, this morning was so hectic. I wanted to step into this day even better, but everything just went wrong. We all have those days, right? So that's okay. But to have the awareness around it means that you have the ability and the insight to create another energy. And I think that's really important when we speak in life generally, also in personal development. And energy is, if you want to do better, ask yourself simple questions. So if everything goes wrong one morning, everything that goes wrong will go wrong, and it did, and now you're feeling a little upset and it's a little hard to be positive. Breathe in, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what can I do right now in this moment to make it more magical? And what is magic? You decide. But sometimes the magic is being connected to yourself, to your energy, and that you have you have the power to shift your energy. And sometimes it's okay to go with it and have a bad day. Just hit the couch under the blankets and then just roll down the curtains and stay there for the day. It's okay. The thing is, you can do that once in a while, but not too often, because the more you do the repetitions and you are repeating the patterns that you do, that's the awareness and the insight that is beneficial for you to have in your life. What is it that you do mostly so that, okay, I need to be on the couch today. I feel so tired. I feel a little upset. I just need to not think. I need to not be here today. That's okay. But if you do this every day, all the time, that is your pattern and that is your repetition. The things that you do repeatedly and repetitively is the things that you will get as a habit. And creating new habits is difficult. Also, when we speak about the energy, because you can say, I really do not have the energy to exercise today. Okay. But what if you don't have energy, but you do energy? And that you create from within your mindset. So be aware of, do you go under the low bar too often, or do you set just a middle standard? You don't have to be an athlete, but you can do energy. So if you feel bad, you can do energy. And one of my favorite ways to do energy is by listening to music. So do your favorite theme song, and that can be everything. I recommend that you have music that you really like. You can feel it in your body. Maybe you get goosebumps. But most importantly, the music should be something where you want to dance. Because when you move your body, you release dopamine. And when you do this and you release hormones in your body, you will feel better. You will shift your energy. So you can go from being super tired, do not have any energy, I don't want to do anything today, but by putting on your favorite theme song and just hit that volume button, you can actually shift your energy, and then you don't do energy, you do energy. So this is a very simple way of making the things in your life that you think are hard to make them easy. It has to be easy for you to do this in the morning. It has to be easy for you because often it is a habit. I think for my blacksmith, it was a bad habit for him that he could just be mad in the mornings. And he just let it pour out of people and customers. I just don't allow it in my surroundings. So when interviewing for a new blacksmith, that was one of the questions. So how is your mood? Because your surroundings will affect your energy. So if you think that you can be around negative people, bad energy, bad intentions, or maybe just people who are used to doing that, it's a habit for them. You are allowed to do that and set that boundary and say, that's not for me. If you have a bowl of fresh apples and one of the apples is contaminated, it will affect the other apples. Maybe not on day one, but it will. So you have a bowl of bad apples. There was a study made. There were two groups, and one of the groups had one negative person in the group. They were supposed to do tasks, 30-minute only tasks, and the two groups, one group all positive, and the other group with one person that was super negative. 30-minute work task, it turned out that the group with the negative person doing the 40% worse than the group with the positive people. Only 30-minute task. Think about it. So imagine if you have a person in your life, maybe it's a spouse, maybe it's a good friend of yours, maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your kids. So imagine that you have them pouring out bad energy in your surroundings and thinking it will affect you, because studies show that having one negative person, 40% decrease in solving the task only in 30 minutes. That blows my mind. So we know that this is contagious. I sometimes say it's better to eat alone than sit in bad company, and I do mean that. I don't chase people, and that's really important for me. People who you can rely on, you can support, the spaciousness. We all go through stuff. We all go through life. And our energy can shift. And you can see the different types of energy areas that when having a negative person in your environment, that will affect you. It will affect your mindset. It will also affect the body. And how you can create a very similar environment for training with the same type of energy, and then a different person comes in and can disrupt this energy, and the horse will shift the behavior. Only because a person comes in with a different type of energy. And then it's yourself. You can tell you have a bad morning, and how can you change it? And also be willing to change it. You don't have to wake up every day being super positive, but being aware of it and wanting to change it. Because when you change a habit, it will take time before that new habit is a new unconscious habit that you just do. So if you want to be more smiling in the morning, do that. Set it as a criteria for the day. Also the days when you don't feel like it. And actually just looking in the mirror in the morning, smile. You got this. Giving yourself a high five. Change the energy in the room because nobody else is going to do that for you. It's your responsibility to be that person that you want to be. And to seek out other people that can make you feel better. It's not their responsibility to make you feel good. It's your responsibility to make you feel good. So be aware of what energy do you put into the world. Another great way to change your energy is, and I love this and I do it all the time myself, is walking. I call it intentional walking. And the days when I really don't want to do anything, and I have those days, believe me, I'm a manifest, I have rest phases, and sometimes they really last very long. So for those of you who don't know human design, a manifestor is only 9% of the population, so it's like a rare kind of personality type. Also, manifestors have repelling auras. And when we talk about repelling auras and we speak about energy, it will be like when people meet me and don't like me, they meet my repelling aura. So instead of using and spending my time to get people to like me, people can just be repelled. It's fine because I don't need that type of energy in my field. But then we create, manifestors create. Often it's new stuff that hasn't been seen before. So we like go solo and do the new stuff. And then when we're done creating, we do rest phases. And sometimes they last really long, months. It's a little difficult to me to be in a rest phase because I love work, I love creation, but the rest phases are important. So now I embrace it and I walk. I walk a lot because I know that I can change my state and I can change my energy. I can walk many miles. Now I can. I did not start out to do that. I was like up and down the road and I did that for 6 months. And then I started walking a little further and a little further. But my point is, you don't have to do many miles, but you have to start. There's a quote saying, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. So you have to start to want to be willing to change your state. And we do have 10 minutes. And that's all that it is, 10 minutes. Put on some shoes and a jacket, walk for 10 minutes. What actually happens in the body? Your hormones will change and actually shower your brain with happy hormones. It will release dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin. This is only 10 minutes of walking. The brain will give you a bath of happy hormones. So even though you wanted to just hit the couch and not come out for a week, you just got your shoes and your jacket on and you walked for 10 minutes. The fun thing is when you repeatedly shower your brain with the happy hormone shower, you don't have to walk for an hour. It's 10 minutes, and we do have 10 minutes. That's the only thing. On the worst days, you can do this. And when we start to feel the shift in the body, in the mind, in the brain, this is better. Okay, so I want to hit the couch, but I do want to walk for 10 minutes first. And then I can be a little more happy hitting the couch. because caring for yourself and going on the couch and nurture yourself when you need to do so is really important. But try and see if this little habit of a happy hormone shower by walking intentional for 10 minutes will shift your state. So what we repeat, we get good at. So for changing your energy and to become more aware of where is it you can do something, you can shift and tweak the needle just a little. Every great entrepreneur, mother, father, worker, everybody has the feeling of being exhausted. I can't do it today. It's okay. But try and see if you have the 10 minutes because it will shift your energy, not only because you think the air and light is good for you. It is. There's many more benefits of walking than just this hormone bath. But that's one of the key reasons that it's not only the lighting and the air. It's good for you, yes. But it's because it's changing your hormones. So that's it for me today on energy. I hope that you become a little more aware and thinking about the different places in your life where you perhaps want to create more energy and be maybe in this quote, I do energy. Maybe I don't have it, but I do energy. That's a really good quote as well. And I hope that you will embrace it. Thank you for today.